What is going on YouTube? The Creative Investor here. In this video, we're going to talk about the best SPAC to buy now. Now, I'm torn between this one and CCIV. I did purchase a $650 position in the SPAC, so you guys will want to stick around for that and figure out what exactly I'm talking about. I'm going to give you guys the facts and break it all down for you guys. But before we do that, hit the like button and the subscribe for me. It costs you nothing, and these videos take a long time to make. It make me very happy, and it'll push this video out to more people. So I appreciate you guys that went ahead and did that. Now we're gonna get into it. The SPAC we are looking at today is, drumroll please, Social Capital the Fifth. Now, you guys got to be careful if you are investing in this to make sure that it is Social Capital Hedophobia the Fifth, and ticker symbol is IPOE. Now, this SPAC, along with the other 4 Social Capital SPACs, are ran by Chamath, and this guy has been very vocal about the GameStop news. He's very successful, has played multiple roles at different companies, a businessman, everything you want to see in somebody running a SPAC. Now, this guy is even running for governor. At least he is saying that he wants to run for governor of California. Now I'm going to play a clip of Chamath on CNBC breaking down why he chose to take Sofi public in this SPAC merger. I think he just does a better job of putting it out there and explaining it how it is and what they were looking for and why they work together so well. And then after the clip, I will bring you guys my input and the facts that I found, along with the social trend that is going on and all the facts behind that.
Chamath Palihapitiya announcing here on halftime his latest special acquisition company will merge with the popular fintech firm Sofi. You know that well. And take that company public. There's Chamath. He joins us now. Congrats. Welcome.
Hey, Scott. How are you?
I'm good,
Happy
thanks.
New Year.
I know you as well, and I know it's a big day for you. Why Sofi? Have you been targeting fintech for a while? How did this come together?
Yeah, you know, a lot of the things that I do is try to look back at some of the best investments we've made, like Amazon and Tesla, and try to find patterns. And in this, what I was trying to do was map those patterns into financial services, just because we're at a point in time where it's clear that the banking infrastructure really isn't meeting the needs of U.S. consumers. And so what I did was just kind of systematically try to figure out what was broken in banking, and then try to figure out which company was best representative of the solution that people wanted, which I can basically tell you is 3 things. People want low to no fees, they want fair and transparent lending, and they want a full suite of products so that you can basically have a one-stop shop. And Sofi basically was the top of the list when I looked across all the companies on those dimensions.
We've obviously been following Sofi for a long time. It's been a member of CNBC's Disruptor 50 list, so we're very familiar with it. We're familiar, obviously, with Anthony Noto. The idea of this disruptive force, Chamath, in banking post-financial crisis and what people are looking for, that's a big part of the success of Sofi and certainly of your attraction to it.
Yeah, in fact, you know, the way that I think about this is I call this sort of the anatomy of innovation, right? You look under the hood of the best companies and the best CEOs, they do the following things. The first thing is, when you get a good product, you don't sit on your heels. You double down and you invest really aggressively to use technology to drive down the cost. And then what you do is you deliver those savings onto consumers. Then you launch many more products on top of the same platform. And the most important thing you have to do for people is to democratize access to a key resource. That's what Amazon has done. That's what Sofi is doing. Because the problem that banks have right now is, after the great financial crisis, what they've done is they make money with hidden fees, with exorbitant fees. They have very restrictive lending practices. Ask anybody who's a middle-income person or a minority or a woman. It's incredibly hard to get access to the money you need to fulfill your dreams. And Sofi has fixed all these things, which is why I think it's such an incredible business.
I mean, Sofi made it clear that it was entertaining the idea of going public through a SPAC. How did you convince Anthony Noto that you were the right sponsor to be the one to make it all come to fruition?
So, you know, the thing that Anthony has done, which is incredible, is he's basically created, again, as I said, this one-stop shop that gets, you know, your money right? A whole suite of products. And the thing is, a lot of what I've done in the past and what my team has done is really help people operationally improve how they grow, how they market, how they can virally expand. And all of these dynamics, I think, came to play because when you look under the hood at Sofi, there's this incredible thing happening. You have these millions of customers, 1.8 million last year, 3 million members this year, but then they are paying for millions and millions of products. And so what we saw were these dynamics where there was this incredible upselling and cross-selling behavior. And what I talked to Anthony about was, can I help? Can I try to do what I've, been able to do at Facebook, what I was able to do at Slack? In fact, when Anthony and I first met 10 years ago, it was actually when he was at Twitter, and we talked about working together there to do the same things. And so that's how the relationship started, and that's how we decided to come together and do this transaction.
I've always sort of wondered when you have a SPAC, it's the quest is about the what, right? I mean, you have basically a year to go find the what. What company are you going to try and merge with and take public? What's not discussed so often is the who, the man or woman behind the company, who is the operator. What is it about Anthony that is attractive? And can you just speak in general to that idea of the importance of the person who's actually running these companies? Because, not all SPACs are created equal. They're not a guaranteed success. You have to rely on the person who's founded this company. You're the investor.
Look, I think you're seeing, even through the events of the last 24 hours, leadership and character really matter, because you are faced with incredibly difficult decisions of policy, of morality, all kinds of things. Here's what I can tell you just personally about Anthony. He has lived an incredibly hard life to get to where he has. And I have tremendous empathy for that because I've lived a similar path. And so I just have deep respect for the man that he is and the character that he has. But then, practically speaking, in his career, he is just completely money in the bank. I mean, the former CFO of the NFL, the former CFO of Twitter, the former COO of Twitter, an incredible banker, a great research analyst, and just a wonderful human being. So this is sort of a what you see is what you get kind of guy who really believes in, advancing financial services for, middle America, for normal folks to be able to sort of get ahead. And I just think that that's a person you want to see win. And then as a result, the company that he's built is just really special.
Yeah.
Chamath did just such a good job explaining that. So I don't think I could have done it any better. That's why I played that. Now, SoFi, or Social Capital, soon to be SoFi sometime this year coming up. I think this is a long-term hold for me indefinitely. I like the cultural shift into finance. I don't know what kind of, you guys might live different lives than me, whatnot, but just average people asking me about investing, because I am the finance guy in my circle of influence, my sphere of influence. I'm the finance guy, the guy that buys houses, a real estate agent, just knows finance, stocks, all this stuff. So people come to me, and I'm seeing tons of people coming to me asking me, should I use Robinhood? Have you seen GameStop, AMC, and all this? People that wouldn't normally be investing that are now interested in investing. And I think with what happened to Robinhood, this is a great and prime reason to join SoFi. SoFi now has an investment platform, and I'm sure they're going to be growing it into all these different things. So I think SoFi has a brand people could get around. Just like Robinhood, I think the cultural society could adapt to SoFi. And SoFi is much more than just a investment platform now. They are they get most of their money from financing and doing all this different loan deals, and refinancing student loans is originally what they got big for, car loans, all that type of stuff. But I just want to go over a little bit of data for you guys. So SoFi's revenue in 2018 was 547 million US dollars. Now I tried to find the SEC filing of SoFi or Social Capital or SoFi, but I could not find it. I don't know if they have not released it yet, but I just could not find it. So if you guys do find the SEC filing so I could go through it, link it down below in the description. I would greatly appreciate that because I really want to look over it. I just could not find it. So this is the best I got as of right now. They have 547 million in revenue in 2018. Now, search up, is SoFi profitable? I know this is pretty basic. There's not much real hard evidence to go off of. It says SoFi's long-awaited market public market debut in 2021 will come in what is projected to be its first year of profitability. In 2020, SoFi generated more than 75% of its adjusted net revenues from lending, with its technology platform and financial services offerings accounting for the rest. Now, if this company is already beginning to be profitable, they are pretty established in the finance sector. And now we're gonna jump onto Google Trends to show you guys some of the social aspects, what people are searching about SoFi, because I know most people, when they have a question about something, like 99% of people, they go to Google for it. They're not getting in books or doing any of that stuff anymore. They're going to Google because it's usually got correct information. And so Google Trends is a very good spot for you guys to look at what other people are looking for. So if I looked up SoFi investing. Now, pretty much right when Robinhood had halted GameStop and a lot of these other companies, and people were mad. Now, if you look at the data, SoFi investing is at the highest possible point on Google Trends that it could be. So people are definitely looking at SoFi as an investment platform. And now where that's so great is they have all these other platforms for refinancing loans, getting loans, doing all this, which actually accounts for most of SoFi's revenue. So that's where I could see people using SoFi as a one-stop shop, and it's got a cool interface. It's easy to use, just like Robinhood. Now, if I plug in SoFi, and mind you, there's really nothing. Why would people be searching SoFi? They don't, unless it's for this app. Now, right around the time that Robinhood had restricted trading in these big names for retail investors, SoFi interest is just going up in general. Now, the last time it was getting this high was when they announced that the merger was going to be with SoFi. And of course, that's reasonable, but this is really not a hype thing. This is because, in my opinion, Robinhood screwed up and they're going to lose customers to SoFi. Now, yes, some customers are going to go to TD Ameritrade, Schwab, E-Trade, all those, but those companies are not catching the eyes of young investors. It's simple to use apps like Robinhood, SoFi, Cash App investing. Those are going to catch a lot of the newer demographic of investors. And I think investing is on the up and up. Like I said, a lot of people I wouldn't have thought would be investing are now coming to me for investment advice and all types of finance advice, honestly. So that is really cool to see, and I think SoFi will have a really good shot at catching a lot of these new investors. So I am going to be doing more research on this company. For sure, I plan to put more money into it, so I need to know more about it. There's just not very much to go off of right now because they're not public and they do not share everything yet. Now, before the merger does go through, they will be releasing an SEC filing, and that has just not come about yet. But I want to put this on your guys' radar because I think as a SPAC, at the valuation, this company's valued at like $8 billion. The market cap is what we could check. It is 1.96, basically $2 billion market cap. So if this deal does go through, which I don't think there's any reason it shouldn't, all they're waiting on is SEC approval for the actual merger, make sure there's no monopoly type deals going on, but there's not. So I think that's all free and clear. The deal will go through, in my opinion. It's just a matter of time. Now, I think this is a great investment opportunity. If you guys are not in it, if you guys are, let me know when you guys got into it and what you guys think about this company. But until next time, guys, I'll see you guys later. I hope your portfolios are doing well, and peace out.